Hello, hello everybody, and welcome back to Kinlaig. I'm gonna need to take this wall and bits down at some point to test out this. And also, I thought I'd have a quick check in here. We haven't yet produced enough fish food. We're not close, we're not too far away, so fingers crossed we'll be there at some point. But today, as it's still September and we've got a bit of a rush on our hands, yes, I could have done that. I could also pull this out the way. I suppose if I was to pull it in here, Walter is going to be buying this off us. But we don't really need to take it over there yet, and he's not in any rush for it, so we'll wait until he's a bit more flush with money. We'll be giving it him on a discount because it's just a bit of leftover. But I'll get that done. But we need to continue our plan of just leave that trailer there for now. That is what we want, the cultivator. Now I'm thinking we may as well. What time is it? 1 o'clock on the first half of September. So in my head, if we are getting stones up, we're going to have to do a bit of stone picking as well. That's not a problem really. I'm thinking, should we do Walter's cultivating at the same time? We don't have to, but it would be a nice thing to do, wouldn't it? Let's take the end off. In fact, let's do the outside of both of these fields. Bit of a wheel spin there. Can we go through that? I think we can. So I want to see if we can take these tram lines out. Or we could just press on with getting these fields in and planted. That's doing a lovely job. I don't know, should we just get Walter's bits done as well, or should we just head down to Walter's at a later point to get things done? He's only really going to need cultivating and stone picking doing, isn't he? Whereas Might as well take the headland out of here so I've got a bit more turning space. I'm thinking it's all going to need stone picking as well, isn't it? So should we just focus for this episode on the cultivating and the stone picking? Because trying to get that done... Can I go across that? Yes, it didn't look very good, but we did do it. I mean... I suppose doing this, then we've got a stone pick. Is there anything I'm missing off that list? Then it'll be sewing it and rolling it. So that's going to be a bit of a pig, isn't it? Let me take this bit out. I don't know actually, I'm thinking maybe it all depends on time. This isn't going to take too long, is it? I mean, it is rather up a hill, but I'm sort of the opinion we should just do the cultivating for everything. But I'm also of the opinion that we should just focus on here for September to get it done. And that area is quite annoying visually to do. Mainly because I don't want to use the farm stick for camera work. Although we can do for a laugh just to see what it does. Having a bit of a struggle up through here. Perfect time to use the... But, oh, that worked fine. You're kidding me. No, sometimes you press left and it wants to go right. And I literally keep, as soon as I fire it up, I'm pretty much recalibrating it every time. This is a big dog and it's had a bit of a struggle though, hasn't it? Let's Right, now you see, it might make sense to get it in because it's the first half of September, so when we come to harvesting it'll be the first half of that month when it's harvest time. So maybe we do get the focus on here and leave Walters for a later date. This is looking like it's going to be a bit of a pig to get done. Maybe. I suppose I could just across that bit. Should have just come straight across at the bottom end, shouldn't I, really? I've got that bit done anyway. You can't see because of trees. That's a problem. Back round. Get this bit out. It's a strange thing with if you're playing the game, it's probably without recording for content creation, it's probably different, but you want the trees and you want the scenery, but you also get annoyed when it gets in the way of your eye line. Maybe that's just me. I'm sure it's not though. Let's just crack on and get the stuff done here. Let's get it done. Although it's only 1 o'clock. Literally, I'm so indecisive. I can't even decide which field to cultivate, for God's sake. Well, I mean, this is taking like half an hour, so is it going to take that long to just go up and do Walters? Plus we earn a bit of money from doing that. I just like the idea of getting all the cultivating done in one go. I think we'll get all the cultivating done. I'm confident over the course of the first half of September, it's still light till fairly late. I reckon we can get all of it, all of our fields in the ground and done. I'm very much of the opinion of that. I don't think it's going to take long to get the stone picked. We're dropping it straight off here anyway. You know, we don't have to stone pick Walters straight away, but while we've got the cultivator on, let's just get it done. That's where I'm at. It's a job that needs doing, so let's just get it done and dusted. Good that we're going downhill for this bit, but not so good on the way up. And I think I'll do the stone picking before we head over to Walters. Actually, there is a little something that Walter's done which is quite handy. It'll terraform it. Hey, bloody boar in my soybean again. Ah. I did mention this to Walter, actually. He's having a bit of a he's noticed an influx. Oh, I thought I just pressed the wrong button there. I had a feeling I'd done that. I mean, look, just look. Get out of it. Look what they've done. Animals. You know what, should we have a look at what to do in that scenario in this episode? Walter's a man of the area, he's born and bred in Kinlaig. Oh, I've got to do this as well, haven't I? Duh. Yeah, cultivating and stone picking's pretty much the day. I'm feeling like I should have pulled that field out a little bit wider. But then I'd have to get it re-mapped and soil samples and all sorts of faffing. And we haven't got a massive amount of time. They don't seem. Ooh, what am I doing? I was about to say the boar don't seem to come over too close to where the dog parades around. Maybe we could do with more dogs. Yeah, but they're there though. Look how many there is there. Unbelievable. Boar epidemic. Sec. I'll stick with these headland areas. It'll give me a bit more room to spin in around. Although we've got no stones yet on there, have we? Oh. Oh yeah, we have. I don't think that little bit might as well be coming out over that end anyway. Oops, who put that there? I wonder. Righty. If we're going to get that done, I should probably skip ahead a bit, shouldn't I? And come back to you with a bit of progress. You don't really want to just watch this all day, do you? Or do you? You might do. I think I need to do another headland. Let's give me a bit of space there. Let's take this side out. And then I'll put another headland in at this point. Right, that is the stone picking complete for our fields. 3 o'clock. still a bit undecided. But those Boar are doing my head in, and Walter said he was going to speak to somebody who might have a bit of a plan. Where's the drop-off? Okay. Look at the teeth on that. It's an interesting bit of kit, isn't it? Straightened. No, that's better. So I've got that cement yard is actually set up to currently make me roof tiles. We don't need them, but in my head we can I'll put that back for now. In my head we can sell that to get some monies. There is a bit of another plan I sort of have in my head, but what we're looking at is 20 minutes. I think we might not be able to get we might not be able to get it in the ground and rolled by today. This episode anyway. I just feel like it's getting a bit dark. You know what? Let's stick with my initial idea. Just at the farm stick again, haven't I? Yeah, here we go. Let's crack on with the initial plan. Get all the cultivating done, because then I don't need to keep leaving myself a note to get the cultivating done. That'll get that sorted, and then Walter has an idea. The trouble is, I'd rather get those boar sorted than just keep losing crops, if we can do something to avoid it. Plus, we should have some fish food that we can move. Is it 2,000 or 4,000? Guess we'll find out when we get back, won't we? Hopefully. I do need to get some money in though, because our vehicles, I'm going to need to do a full service at some point, and it's going to cost a fortune because a lot of the equipment needs sorting out. But then that is sort of dependent on Whitcomb Park, doesn't it? Once that's out, it's all change. We put our farm on the market. Once we've found the right location, we're going to be moving to Gloucestershire, to Whitcomb. We're just waiting to find the right place. And we've made a bit of a deal with Walter to get him self-sufficient, so he can get himself out of debt going forward. And to be fair, his cows are doing really well. I mean, it would probably make sense if he was to I've turned my engine off. It would probably make sense if he was to buy a few more bits of equipment, but then when we go, we'll have some equipment for sale, like the mowers and stuff, for him to do his own hay and the baler. So he may as well pick them up cheap, hadn't he? Unless something comes up in the meantime that might be better for him. And if that's the case, we'll just have a bit more money to head down to Whitcomb for what we're up to. Anyway, as the time is ticking, let's get this speeded up. I don't think I'm going to do the stone until we've got our fields planted. I am thinking we might have to do it on the second part of September though. But that is what it is. I'm not overly bothered by that. This does not like turning. I mean, it does it, but it's not a big fan of it, let's be honest. As you wouldn't be. Right, let's get some music on, shall we? Okay, so this did take a bit longer than I anticipated. But you know what? It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because Walter has been busy and he thinks found us a solution to the Boar issue. the Boar Epidemic that's terrorising Kinlaig. Can I get that in one go? Yes, I think we can. That looks good enough to me. Beautiful. Yes, we didn't get the seeds in that we wanted to, but what we have done is I'm not seeing any little tiny ones yet, which suggests to me they've not fully maxed out that area yet. He says this is finished, by the way. Look at all of that. Cracking one. Owned by Walter. Good stuff. Right, he says one needs a wooden plinth thing like this in the woodlands somewhere. This doesn't look good, does it? Where one goes and now is that saying that because so we can put it up here, that's fine there, isn't it? I mean, it would be if it gave us the there. Should not be fed too close to each other. How does that work then? And we'll have a small one. Over at ours. Like that. Eh? Oh, silly goose. I'll have to do that in a minute. Because we're on Walter's farm. So he also says we put some hay in. Yes, it is in there, I can see it. And yes, we were doing some feeding. And he says we can have a bale of hay to do our work with. And what we'll do is we'll bring him back a bale of silage. I'll tell you what we'll do. Because he's got a gate here now for feeding the cows, which is excellent work. Now I'm going to take this down to us, so we'll put one in for the cows while we're here, just because we're here. It's 5 o'clock, so we're not really going to get much in the way of which way did I put the gates? I think the gates open inwards. Yes, they do. Lots of gates for this cow. paddock. But how much easier is that for me to bring that in? And he's managed to get the wall back nicely. Beautiful. That's them sorted. Let's pick these two up. We're going to attempt to drop one. Didn't that if the help menu doesn't have anything about this, or at least I couldn't find anything. I'm sure it's something to do with is there a contract that comes up for it? Maybe not. I've got a feeling there was something that said about a contract comes up and you're meant to go and feed the stations for somebody. I'm a bit... It's got 6,000 litres in it. Straight away. Okay. Maybe it comes with hay to start you off. Either way. We'll take this down to ours, put one down at ours. That will hopefully keep the Boar busy. And everybody's happy, nobody gets hurt, and we all learn a lesson. This needs a bit of repair. A bit of repair. It's at 0. It's running fine. It's actually running higher than it should be. Yeah, if it comes with hay already in it, then we'll just call it a bonus. I don't know what the difference is between the sizes, which is why I'm putting one of each down. Walter's going to be here longer than we will, so the one down at Walter's wants to be a better quality one, if it does anything different, which I don't think it will. I feel it may just be an aesthetic. I used the farm stick again. Why do I keep using the farm stick? So, what's the chances of us getting the sowing done in September 1? I'm going to be honest, I don't think it's going to be that high, but we shall find out on the next episode. As long as we can get if we can get the canola and the wheat in, I'll be happy. If I have to roll it in the dark, I roll it in the dark. There is something else that I want to be planting though. And I'm not sure how much seeds we've got. But we'll find out that when we get to it. I mean, we are rapidly running out of time for this episode. So this will be the finishing point for us. And I will take him a bale of silage up to replace this for feeding his cows, because that's fair. I think that's good timing, wasn't it? Do like a telehandler. Run down it. Field's nicely done and a good seed bed to get us started with. Right. Let's switch to us. And we'll have this one in. I mean, we need to be able to get in. I think somewhere like that is perfect. I'm a little bit worried that it says to keep them a certain footage apart, like we need to place loads of them. I've not really looked into it, and I certainly hope that that's not the case. They both hold 6,000 litres. We'll just leave that and see what happens, shall we? No point faffing around for that. Right, that is where we'll leave this episode. Next episode we shall be getting the straw and the canola in and getting it rolled post haste. Realistically, if it gets dark, I can roll it the next day. I also need to grab up my ladder. Yeah, no. There we go. Somewhere around here. Silage. One for one. That's a fair deal. Although, in all fairness, there is more volume on the hay than there is on the silage, but you could also argue there's more nutrients in the silage than there is in the hay, so got a bit of air there on the way. I do hope you've enjoyed the episode. If you have, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed yet, do feel free to subscribe. If you've got any comments or suggestions, anything you'd like to see happening on the series while it's going, then do feel free to put them in the comment section. And until the next time, thank you so much for watching. If you're already a member, thank you so much for subscribing to the channel. It does mean the world to me, and I shall see you on the next one. Bye bye for now.